something super cool kind of leaked out for Xbox the other day, and I wanted to do a video about it because I think people are ready to get excited again about the platform. Now, obviously, there's going to be ups and downs for any platform. The whole industry as a whole is just in utter disdain right now. I don't ever think I've seen anything like it in all the years that I've sort of been a gaming fan. I mean, it's crazy to think of what could happen long term, but we're going to try to focus on some of the good stuff, and that's where this video comes into play. Hopefully you guys are on board for this because it should be a pretty good video, and if you're a fan like me, then this is exactly maybe what you need to kind of turn things around and, make you smile a little bit. Be an Xbox fan. There's nothing wrong with that. I know that we all tend to get a little bit depressed or down a little bit on some of the things that are going on, but, again, it really just kind of comes down to what we're going to let affect us and what we're going to not let affect us, because at the end of the day, the stuff that's going on with Xbox, we really have no kind of idea on or way to change that, so we might as well just have some fun. Anyway, are you a Star Wars fan? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But the actor who brought Jar Jar Binks, I know it's a bit contentious. I'm a Jar Jar fan. I thought he was funny. What can I say? It looks like he is going to be working on Xbox first-party titles, which is interesting. So all the people that you might expect working on an Xbox Game Studios game, the actor for Jar Jar Binks probably isn't one of them. Nevertheless, that's exactly what's being teased by the prequel trilogy star Ahmed Best. This week, he shared a photo of a motion cap studio with an Activision tag, leading plenty of speculation about what he's up to. Before it was then uncovered that he shared a similar photo recently with the Compulsion Games tag. So I'm going to link an article and you can see it and check out what he's doing. So February 24, he says, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Motion cap Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks, Activision, Jedi, Sith Lord. Then on November of 23, he said, started my movie career on Mocap stage, and now it's an honor to get to direct something that I helped pioneer. These past couple of weeks have been how I want to live every day. I've always been on the cutting edge as an artist, educator, and futurist. Here's to more edge cut. Jar Jar Binks, Episode 1, Mandalorian, Jedi Sith, Microsoft Compulsion Games, Xbox. Side note, Blue Marvel. So the mention of Compulsion Games means Ahmed Best has certainly been playing a role in the creation of Xbox's first-party project South of Midnight, which is currently being worked on by We Happy Few developer Compulsion Games, as I earlier stated. But what about the Activision reference? Well, as mentioned in Eurogamer, Activision has a motion capture studio in LA that gets leased out to other projects, so it's very possible that South of Midnight is being produced on that studio. If that is the case, it's great to see Ahmed working on an Xbox project, and there's of course high hopes for this game because it's the first time we're going to see something in the AAA space in reality from Compulsion Games. So I like that. I think that it's really cool that we're going to see something. I know some people are probably going to not think that that's a big deal or a quote-unquote nothing burger, because that's what we get a lot these days whenever there's some kind of news is, oh, well, that's a nothing burger. But the fact that we're getting some details and some close things happening with these games, I think that's pretty incredible to say the least. And, again, Microsoft has so many games and projects going on that I think it's kind of fun to maybe even speculate a little bit, even though, a lot of times people say, oh, well, no, you speculate, and then, that leads to this, that, or the other thing. So, like Microsoft, for all the contention that's been happening over the last few weeks or whatever, doesn't look like they're giving up anytime soon on anything in the gaming sphere, at least for right now. So, like I said, if you're somebody who is like worried and, hey, there's not going to be any Xbox, just listen. There's going to be Xbox. Realistically, this generation is going to play out just like it normally would, regardless of what Microsoft does with their exclusive games. Of course, they're probably going to be putting them elsewhere, obviously. That's what's happening. It's going on. But at the same time, maybe people that have big digital libraries will stick around. Who knows? I have no idea how they're planning on doing things. I don't really want to get into that again. I'm just talking about, hey, you know what? This is something that is realistically happening. very much in time and in tune with with kind of their plans and things like that. So while it's easy to be mad and upset a little bit over that kind of stuff, it's also easy to be excited because even though right now it does look like PlayStation is getting a lot of these games, like Final Fantasy and Amen. Hats off to those guys enjoying that game. It looks great. Helldivers 2, I've played that. Fantastic game. They're getting Rise of Ronin soon and Stellar Blade, and so they're getting a lot of cool stuff to play. It's just one of those things where, as an Xbox fan, you can sort of feel a little bit left out because even though Microsoft has all these studios and all this stuff, they don't really have anything for the first part of the year. So when May rolls around and we get to play Hellblade 2 and we get to see what kind of game that is, I think that's when we're going to start to see more of a kind of turnaround for some of the faithful of Xbox, like some of the people that are kind of down in the dumps or whatever. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, anything can change. Microsoft, well, obviously they have their ideas. They probably didn't realize that people would freak out the way that they did, but hey, we did, and maybe that helps not every game end up everywhere. Like that's the general idea. I would hate for Xbox to not be that unique experience that many of us have come to know and love. So hopefully that's something that we see happen in the future, is that hey, they not only continue to make exclusives, but that they make exclusives that really kind of separate them from the rest of the pack. Because and I've mentioned this a couple of times in various other videos, and when you think about it, 3.5 years into this generation, and they've only released 4 games that are console exclusive that isn't cross-gen or didn't end up someplace else. So, they can do better. They need to do better. Obviously, that's something that needs to kind of happen sooner rather than later. For me personally, I would love to see these games start releasing, but also I think it's important that they have to be high-quality games. So that's what we're kind of up for, and that's what we're hoping to see. I would love your guys' take on this. What do you guys think? Are you excited to get more information about some of these games leaking and things like that, or are you still kind of upset about a lot of the rumors and leaks and the situation with how they seem to be going with a lot of the third-party stuff? Like, I'm very curious, just as a fan of Xbox, how everybody else is feeling. Trying to gauge the room a little bit, I guess, would be probably the best way to put it. But anyway, if you guys are watching and you enjoy the content, I do daily content. My name's Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, evening, night, whatever you watch it. And remember to game on and have a good day. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.